Yo, welcome to Cryptoversity. Today I wanted to point out a couple of little things I find strange. One is OMI, which is it's a project I was going to buy the other day, and I didn't buy it because of where it was available. Let me just bring it up a second. So I also want to talk about Binance Coin. So Ecomi, the Ecomi project, yeah, very promising. One of those projects where they haven't put the market cap in yet, but you can work that out yourself by taking the. Oh, they actually do have it now. Okay, well they didn't have it when I last checked. They didn't have it a few days ago when I was looking as well. When I looked upon the actually it still says on CoinMarketCap there's only available in BitForex, but if you look on CoinGecko, you'll see it's actually available on Crypto.com now. Just become available, and it also shows BitForex in there, but also eToro. It doesn't mention on either of them, but it's actually available on. It's also available on Uniswap as well. So anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this is because this coin did a massive 30x, right? And so before I could even buy into it, this is like only. Let me see when that happened. 90 days. So yeah, when I was looking at it, it was not even. It was not even, there you go, Satoshi cents. So basically, it was nowhere near a cent. And it's still nowhere near a cent. Well, it's still 2/10ths of a cent. Or is that right? 2/100ths of a cent? Anyway, 0.002 of a cent, right? But it was 0.000072 of a cent before, right? When I was first looking at it. So it's, I don't use any of those websites, eToro and stuff. So I just thought, well, I'll wait till it goes on SushiSwap. Waiting, didn't see it on there. Kept on refreshing, went away. I tricked it last night, couldn't see it on there. Or was it last? Maybe might have been the night before. But anyway, my point is 30x. If I put 10 grand into that, I'll be sitting in 300,000 right now. Anyway, it's a bit of a bummer. You miss these things, but then I start looking. As I say, it's still on. It still says market cap question. I don't know if you'll probably see it in reverse here. Market cap question mark. Ecomi. So I hadn't even had a chance to put this on my group, on the Signal group that I've got and on the spreadsheet that I've got, because we haven't charted. Well, you can't really chart something this new anyway, but basically just put it on people's radar. So put it on the spreadsheet. Probably just say that the price is and put it something, because the market cap would be quite low. Put it on something. Something like a 10x, and just say that's your target. You know what I mean? And it'd be one you'd say to people, don't put more than, let's say, 1% of your portfolio, not even that probably, right? Anyway, that's besides the point. If I take the market cap and multiply it by the circulating supply of 750 billion coins, this is even worse than. You look at it like that, and it comes up to about 1.5 billion. Now, I'm sorry. Look, I don't care what you're doing in the crypto space. Unless you've somehow moved the whole space forward to, and unless you have made, I don't know, Cardano and Bitcoin all, obsolete, you're not opening in the market at that price. It's just ridiculous. Of course, it might still go up, and it probably will. Probably still go to a few billion if it's a very promising project. But I think this is a recipe for disaster to get wrecked. So I won't be buying into it now. I'm just going to be on tatty buy, leave it alone. And I think this is what people have got to start doing. Now, this is bringing me on to Binance Coin. Now, there's no way in my book that, because when I look into the fundamentals of Binance Coin, it's really good, because I watch Coin Bureau as well. He's one of the best guys on him and Chico Crypto from America, but Coin Bureau, he's from England. Guy. He's really good at his assessments, and point out the exact same thing I was thinking. I can't see a benefit beyond making cheaper transactions. On some exchanges, if you want to send Ethereum, you can send it using the BEP network. What's it? I think it's called BEP. I think it's anyway. Binance Coin, BNB network, whatever it is. Binance Chain. Sorry. Let me just check this out right now. What was it called? BNB. Yeah. So BNB, Binance Coin, you got Wrap BNB, you got BNB up, down. I think those are contracts for shorting and longing. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And you look at the parabolic rise up here as well, the BNB coin. It just isn't worth that. It's not Cardano. They haven't got massive development teams sitting there in huge communities. This is just bullshit. $285. Give me a break. This really is suckering in the dumb money. And yeah, you can still make. Don't worry. Yeah, you can still make money off dumb money. This is why people made money off Dogecoin. But at the end of the day, when you're left holding the bag of shit, and you're gonna have to wait a hell of a long time. If you ever do buy into talking about shit coins that are, were never, it's not a proper shit coin. It was that Dogecoin was launched as a joke, as a meme, and you can make money on it. And if you can predictably make a lot of money on it. You can, if you look at, I'm going to bring it up to show you. If you DOGE, no, I did buy Dogecoin 2014. I bought something like 5 or 25, or it had a 5 in it. It was either 5, 25 or $50, but it was about 250,000 Dogecoin, and I've lost them. They went to the I sent them to the Gate.io exchange, and it never arrived. I've never looked into it. I could probably do something about it. I do actually have the keys, the original ones. I could probably, because stuff shouldn't really go missing on the blockchain, right? But it's not going. You can still track it through. I just haven't made the time, and I really need to do that. Anyway, look at this. Look at that spike down. Look at that. Look at that saw wave there. You could actually draw a line. I'm very, very crude with my tools here. Here's my TV remote. You can draw a line of a peak average here of about there, right? 0.04. And of low of about there. So at the end of the day, if you actually set your buys around here, set your sells around there, you could consistently rinse this pump and dump shitcoin as long as you had a long game. If you were just playing the long game on that one and just right, okay, so because this is the long game from 2014. Let's look at it for a second, shall we? The first major peak came, well, on its launch, of course, but in 2014. Now, you had about a... Oh God, I can't even get it to focus on this point. Stupid. All right, there we go. 0.1 cent. So 0.001 is what it was on January 23rd, 2014. And it crashed all the way down to, get this, 0.000132. And then, that was on 28th of August, my brother's birthday, 2014, right? And then, 0.00032. So from 0.0014, it went to 0.00369. Sorry, that's in dollars. You got to remember on BTC, it's having quite significant fluctuations, right? So if I look between those peaks, you're talking 30th. 1 second. Talking October 3rd, 2014. When's this the one here? February to October. And then the next down is May. The previous down was August. Yeah, so you're looking probably about 10 months between dips and between peaks. And it's quite consistent, as you can see here. So total shitcoin, you can make your money. It's not going anywhere. Why? Unlike any other shitcoin, as long as Litecoin's alive, Dogecoin's alive. And Litecoin should be around for a while because it's kind of, I will be dumping mine as soon as it goes to a decent price. I've had it for years. I think I bought Dogecoin the same year I bought Litecoin. It could have been 2013. I'm pretty sure I bought it. Pretty sure I might have bought it 2014. I'm almost certain it wasn't 2000. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not really relevant. But because when you mine to keep that project going as a kind of point of benevolence, Charlie Lee said they were going to do, what's it, piggyback mining, whatever it's called. I don't know. Basically, you mine that and it automatically mines the algo for Dogecoin, and you get, if you're a miner, you actually get paid out Doge as well. And then you dump that in the market too, you sell that. So even though the volatility had been reducing, it went through a period from May 2019 to July 2020, which is slightly longer than the usual cycles. The cycles had actually got closer together and then spread out and then jumped to as high as it had ever done before. So the 2014 initial spike that it had, the recent one was that big. And by the way, it's something that does tend to happen for a coin that does have longevity. You will see it reaching previous highs, and that's something you should bear in mind. Even projects that seem a little bit dead now, like New Economy Movement, they could actually reach those highs. Cardano, I would say it would be definite it's going to reach those highs. But then again, I think Cardano is already getting near those previous highs. Let me just check for you. Zilliqa also. Let me just check Zilliqa first. So these are here to stay. So if a coin's there to stay, then it should reach its previous high. And I'm not talking about USD. If you look at this here, right here, you'll see orange lines and blue lines, and then down here you'll see blue lines, but the orange lines down there. This should make a BTC recovery. It's not guaranteed. So as soon as it makes some decent gains from where I bought it, I'll be selling some ADA, but I'll be Zilliqa, sorry. I'll be probably only keeping about less than 1/3 past June. And there's a reason for that, and that's because I'm picking up more Cardano. Found a decent tool the other day, and I've got to point this one out because it's actually a really good one to use. Rather than just looking at pairs between Bitcoin and USDC and then Zilliqa and Ethereum or whatever it is coin out there, and try look into doing things like, if you have a big hold, let's say right now, me and a few of my friends we've got quite a lot of VET. We've got a lot of FET, which is Fetch AI, sorry. VET is VeChain, and we all have a lot of Cardano and Zilliqa. So my one mate got me into Zilliqa, and I've got my friends into Cardano quite a while ago. So everyone's done quite well out of those. Of course, we know they've all done very well, those two projects, right? There's more, of course. There's other ones that we're getting into that should do pretty well, like Rune. This is Thorchain. Omni, what's it called again? Atom, which is the Cosmos network. And yeah, look on the spreadsheet. I'm going to list it again here, by the way. You'll see a lot of the projects we're in. But anyway, this thing here is a graphing tool, and you can put any two projects in it. So the other day I was putting in Cardano versus Zilliqa. It's the only tool I find you can do this really, really easily. And it allows you, I will show you now once I open up. I don't know why Signal is going so bloody slow. Yeah, here we go. Right. There we go. Right. I wish I'd used the back camera because I could have shown you the right way around. It's going to be in reverse now. But effectively, it's called freecurrencyrates.com. You put whatever you want in here. Now, I don't know how this is going to view for you, but basically, if I look at the start, you're looking at 0.2 ADA per 1 Zilliqa. It's all right. It's okay. What? Am I?
Yes, you are.
Okay, right. So you got this 0.1 to 0.2 Zilliqa for Cardano per 1 Zilliqa, and then it goes up to 0.3, and then here it spikes up to 0.5. So right here, if you were holding Zilliqa, that would actually be a great point to dump your Zilliqa. Of course, you're gonna have to do a proxy trade, which means dumping it into Ethereum or Bitcoin first, and then buying ADA back, right? But now, you look where it's right now, it's almost a record low, well, there, and there. So if you actually sold Cardano now, you'd be able to get a record amount. So you can actually play the swings between those two currencies. I think it's a really powerful tool to use. Sorry for my thing turning again. All right, so pajama mode.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
All right, cool. So, yeah, that is freecurrencyrates.com. I'm going to put it in the link below. Yeah, I mean, anytime you see volatility and swings, you may as well use it. You may as well use it to make profit. So let me move on to another one. Stabilize. I bought that over a week ago or so now, and I stupidly did the dumbest thing with it. Right. So stable STBZ token is one of these new ones that are out about basically making making money back off of gas, or making money back off transaction fees. A lot more to it. They're also doing an airdrop for a token called Stabinol. Look into those two. But I'm just telling you this. The reason why I'm telling you this is not to do a deep dive on it at all. I'm just glossing over the surface of it right now. But this is not only one that has got an extremely low market cap. I think it was under 2 million when I bought it. It's probably a lot over that now. It's probably about, let me just check, no point talking about it. STBZ, stabilize. I'll put some more info about this one down below, by the way, as well, after I've uploaded the video. So this one here has got a market cap now of 3.7 million, so it's 3.3 million, so it's still really, really low. This is going to go a long way. Very low circulating supply, 133,000, so that's why the price is high at $25. I think it was it something like, yeah, it was about $10 when I bought it. Yeah, start of February, so about $10. So it's already done about 2.5x for me. I think it's going to go much, much further. So the thing that I almost screwed up in is I moved it to, I thought, oh look, it's on Bilaxi exchange. I may as well move off this even though it's, you know, not your keys, not your crypto. With the price of Ethereum lately, I thought, do I really want to leave this on MetaMask? And then whenever I want to do anything with it, buy, sell, I've got to pay horrendous Ethereum fees. So I spent $100 sending it to the exchange, and then they're doing an airdrop, aren't they? So how am I going to get the airdrop of them on the exchange? Dipshit mode. So I sent it back, but the good thing is I was able to actually buy a little bit more, and so I would have had to pay to send that across the. So it doesn't really matter. And when I sent it back, it cost me 2 STB tokens, so it was actually $50, which was actually about half as much as what the gas fees were going to be charging the other way around if I'd been using Uniswap. I don't want to get into all this bollocks, but basically it's becoming a real pain in the ass to send Ethereum tokens back and forward, in case you haven't noticed. So yeah, this will be one of those projects that addresses that, as Binance Coin does. As I say, the only thing I can really see that it does that's special. I can't understand how. Look, fair enough, make yourselves a lot of money, but when I looked last time, yeah, it still is. Binance Coin is third on the coin market cap. There's no way Binance Coin should be there. Give me a break. It's just ridiculous. So it's showing this. You're seeing the occasional stupidity of the market when you see things like Dogecoin pump, and same as last season when you saw Tron pump, and all along since 2014, since you've seen XRP staying at the top of the leaderboard. This is a constant retardation in the market, right? And it's obviously going to get a correction. You can see XRP has been slowly sliding down. This will start to accelerate at some stage when the whales realize there's no more pumps to be had, and that people have been to the resource pool of all these noobs that they kept on garnering every little cycle, every little. I'm talking about cycles within the bull market. These little pump and dump cycles they have. It'll be a coin that's burned so many people so many times. It just won't be able to. It's going to be really hard to market it. There's going to be so much FUD going around about it, but also it's just going to get lost because there's just so much hype out there. Every market starts to get a little bit of maturity where people start to say, "Oh, hang on, there's just so much here. I can't take what's being fed to me because there's 8,000 shit coins out there. So I'm going to have to do some research. I can't be that lazy. I'm just going to keep on losing money." And that's where XRP will just fall through the floor. Because there is, please listen to me, nothing special at all about XRP. It doesn't solve any problems. Put it this way, if you're a fan of XRP, as many people are, and you got to ask yourself why you're a fan of it. What does it do that Cardano can't do, for example? What does it do that even Binance Coin can't do, on its own chain? What can it do that Litecoin can't do? There are things actually it can't do. It can do much faster transaction speed than Litecoin. But I'm just saying, I know what the things are that it can do that other coins can't do. But I know for a fact that there's 1,000,001 things on that coin market cap that can do everything it does and more. All right. So Digibyte being one. And look how Digibyte's not doing that well. There's a lot of projects that aren't doing that well. Here's the real easy, low-hanging fruit one, Stellar Lumens. That is a copy of, I mean, if you really, really like XRP that much, then you might as well buy Stellar Lumens. Because I'll tell you what, more people are probably, from what I've seen, more people are putting coins on the Stellar Lumens network. It is more kind of decentralized. I mean, neither of them are really decentralized. They are corporate coins, right? They are owned by the validation nodes and all. So all of the transactional input and output of it is totally controlled by corporations. I hope you understand that. That's just the way these coins work, right? And at least in the case of Stellar and you've got MIT and the likes for Cardano, for XRP, and for Stellar you've got IBM and Intel and others, right? But Stellar fixed some of the problems they had. They've further developed XRP. They haven't got the issues with the big bag holders who were the founders of the network. So there's a lot of that issue going around. I can't remember. I'll never remember the name of that founder. He's a greasy little guy. The main guy from, his wife left him, I think, from XRP. But Stellar Lumens doesn't have a lot of that baggage. There's also an issue with the Genesis block on the XRP chain where the code is gone. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how you lose the code from the Genesis block. And I think what it was probably pre-mined, and then in the same way that only Satoshi and a few other people were around mining Bitcoin when it was new, but the blockchain gets copied to every single node. I don't quite understand how they ended up with this missing transactions from the start of the when they first did effectively a mint or a pre-mine of the XRP blockchain. So anyway, look, nothing special about it. The almost all of the partnerships they spoke about were actually not partnerships. They're just things that didn't happen. This was quite common in the space. By the way, even Chainlink did this. Chainlink spoke about a lot of companies they didn't have actually partnerships with. So you've really got to watch and look. Chainlink's number 9 now. I own a lot of Chainlink, so I'm happy about that. I don't think I'll reduce my position, but I don't think I'll increase it either. I think it's the top of the space because they've gone through a lot of regulatory compliance that other companies like Band haven't gone through, for example, yet. Not to say that it's going to stop Band and Zoom and many others doing pretty well in the decentralized Oracle space, but I've already seen some fall off. For example, Eternity, I don't know how you pronounce it, Eternity. They've been delisted on some exchanges now, and they actually were one of the first doing some of these decentralized oracles. So that's a surprise. It's a surprise that you could be in a buzzword industry, seeming to make things happen, and then just almost fall off the map. And I actually own that as well. That really sucks. So you win some, you lose some. Cosmos Atom, got to say one thing, that's really fast blockchain, eh? That's probably the fastest I've seen. I sent some of that from crypto.com a few weeks ago. Bullet fast. NEM, look, it's still up there, number 19. I actually dumped that a while ago. I thought it was going to pump soon. You know why I dumped it? I just thought, I don't feel anything special for this project anymore like I used to. Dump. You should do that. Because you've got to believe in projects. You got to believe them for the fundamentals. And if you look at the fundamentals, you think, the fundamentals seem out of date now. There's so much other things that have come along. Yeah, it's pumped. Do I feel bad about it? No, because it's sat there on the ground doing nothing for ages. That means, and look, you can say the same about Cardano, but you know that they don't give a shit about raising money. You know all they're about doing is making code. Same as the guys from AGI. AGI, I want to talk about that one actually quickly before we go any further, because I've been telling people to buy AGI for a while, and it's, yes, you've made a shit ton of money if you bought AGI. I'm going to tell you now, stop buying AGI because I just do not trust I trust the team. They're the great people, right? Ben Gertzel is very well known for his strangely what do you call it again? The uncanny valley, for his what's it called? Sophia, I think, the AI doll that was she got the rights that no Saudi Arabian woman got. She's allowed to drive a car or something like that. I don't know. Something that Saudi Arabian women aren't allowed to do. Not wear a headscarf, for example, but she's got a citizenship in Saudi Arabia. It's quite funny. The reason I'm saying not to buy it is because they're doing a secondary token, and that I just think it's kind of ridiculous. They're doing a secondary token that you don't get any airdrop from. This is like when you got locked into a company years ago, and you might have been offered shares, and they give you stock options, you couldn't sell them straight away, and then next thing you know, they're telling you they want to add some zeros to the end of the stock price, just the same as they added a bunch of zeros to the end of the US dollar, world money supply, or whatever it might be, and you're still holding the same in your bank account as you did before, yet they've got a whole bunch of other zeros, which basically means your buying power decreases or the price of your shares decreases, called dilution, right? That's exactly what I think is actually happening with AGI. Their excuse was they wanted more money because they'd see the more demand, and with more demand, well, yeah, with more demand, that would mean that my fucking coin that I just bought would be worth more money, given the fact it goes into 18 decimal places. So I found that pathetic. Just like, here's an excuse, we want to raise more money. Well, sell some of your fucking coin then. The guys, I find it, I still can't understand it. I'm glad that one guy because I got kind of attacked when I spoke about this on a comments section. You get all these fanboys. Just stop marrying coins, for fuck's sakes. Just go and look at it for what it is. It's a situation where you're talking about dilution of a coin. Everyone voted for it. What's wrong with them? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. You're a fucking idiot. If you actually hold that coin and you used your holdings of those coin to vote for something that's against your own best interest, then you're a fucking moron. And I did put, what was that again? I think I held like something like 30 grand worth of it. It was really, when I first bought it, it was nothing. It was scraping the floor. I thought, oh my God, look where it is. But it turned into about 30 grand. I took about 20 grand off the table. So I only have about 10. It's probably gone up quite a lot actually since then. Because it's still gone up more. That's right. It took a price hike. It went up like 40-50% after that. So who knows? Maybe I got 20 grand of it now. But the point is that I don't feel bad about not making those extra gains. One, because Fetch, that I put the money into Fetch and a few other ones, they've all actually gone up. But yes, you should be punished for making stupid decisions. That's a fucking stupid decision. I don't care if you're working on the next to AI thing, because look, there's a truth I've got to tell you right here. When it comes to tokens, you've got to remember they're not shares. There is no guarantee that token should mean anything to the value of the company in almost every case. Try look at the legalities and you'll actually see that almost all of these coins, and this is why I'm becoming a lot more of a Bitcoin maximalist again. Now I understand I'm right into Cardano because I can see that what the Cardano network are doing is making a clean platform. They don't care about the money aspect, but they are doing things, they're going ahead. They're doing things in a way that the Digibyte community are doing in a more professional manner. All right, that's the way I see it. Now, of course, Digibyte is real true crypto because it's got 5 mining algorithms and it's proof of work. There's something strong to be said for proof of work compared with proof of stake. This is why Bitcoin will remain at the top of the heap, because it took money to create that. It took an investment to create that. Of course, it took an investment of time to come up with these other blockchains as well, but it didn't take an investment of people to make. They just had to buy it and then wait. Whereas to create the Bitcoin in the first place, and as time goes on, it's even costing more and more money. There's something fundamentally strong about mining, mineable cryptos, right? And this is why I think that Ethereum are making a bit of a mistake moving into a proof of stake, unless they do what Vitalik was wanting to do, which was a kind of mixture between proof of work and proof of stake. Right. So other than that, also the strength of ADA is the delegation. It's delegated proof of stake, so you can take your money off anytime you want, unlike Zilliqa, which will be, I think, used to lock people in. So they have to watch the price skyrocket. They won't be able to sell. I just took, 22 days to unstake from Zilliqa. And that was 1/3 of it. I'm still waiting for the rest of it to unstake from a different staking pool, but it's going a bit quicker. If you wanted to unstake quicker, go use Shard Pool. It seemed to have worked a lot faster. I don't know what's the dates. They gave me some ridiculous excuse on the Zilliqa governance forums that said it was a problem with the syncing of the nodes. Well, that's true. Then how come I'm getting much faster speeds through a different staking pool? Something funny is going on there. The one that was really slow, by the way, was CEX. Maybe it is to do with nodes, but I think it's got something to do with the actual staking pool as well. So yeah, watch out for that one. Just look, don't buy. If you're planning to buy and sell, just don't stake. It's not worth the money. What you do is wait for the bull market to ride out, go all the way up, take your profits, bang, lock them into Bitcoin. And then at the top, if you think Bitcoin's going to come down, lock them into USDC, not USDT. And then when that price comes down, you buy your Bitcoin. But if you want to, when it's scraping the floor again, because it will do, every cryptocurrency except for Bitcoin, Bitcoin might go down 7x like it did last time, right? But you sure as shit, things like even Cardano might go down 10x. And other shit coins, these BNB, that'll go down 100x. This OMI one that just went up 30x, it'll probably go up another 90x afterwards. That will go down to its base price that it entered the market in, right? You got to understand that. Don't fall in love. Don't marry a crypto. Don't marry a shit coin. And almost everything on there is a shit coin. The things that will stay, and even they will go down a lot. Monero, for example, it's at 257 right now. Highly undervalued coin, right? That will probably go back down to $50. That's still 1/5 of what it is right now. It probably wouldn't. Okay, it's probably not going to go into that. It will probably go up to something like 1,000 to 2,000 right now, and it might pull back to 200 during a bear market, next bear market. Anyway, that's when you pick them up. You don't marry that coin before that case. At that point, you pick up that coin at the bottom of a bear market, and then you get into staking, where you're actually multiplying the coin while the coin's dragging across the floor. It's not making gains. There's no point trading it. That's when you stake. All right. So with that said, I'm going to talk about then Polkadot as well, and I'm pretty sure Kusama, given the fact that Polkadot does staking, I'm sure that Kusama does it as well. So just watch out when you're staking with them. I think that anything that stakes for any period of time, unless it's 1 to 3 days, to be honest with you, even 1 to 3 days, I don't trust it. There's still errors, there's still problems that could potentially happen. If I've got a situation where my coins are locked, then it stands to reason that there could be an error in these systems, nodes, staking pools, whatever it might be, that causes that money to stay locked for longer. That's like basically saying I don't have my keys to my own crypto. It's the same thing. So I don't see that as real crypto. This is why I do think that Cardano, I'm delegating to a pool. I'm not losing my money. There's no point that I am being restrained, or there's no one hindering me from access to my own funds. This is, in my opinion, and will continue to be the weakness of Ethereum 2.0, Polkadot. I think even Cosmos is done that way. A whole raft of them that are staking in this method. So yeah, be warned. That's what I think. That's my take on the whole staking situation. Yeah, will Tezos rebound? I do not know. I think it could still do okay, but when I see projects like Tezos now, and especially Neo as well is another one, I think really what have you really done that's going to change the world, and take out the market? That the more and more competition that comes in, things can rise to the top quick because of hype. But they can also rise to the top quick because they started. If you start a project right now, for example, and you can actually steal code from a whole bunch of others, the same way that SushiSwap stole Uniswap, just took Uniswap code, relaunched. What have they done? They've created a better exchange than what Uniswap have. I don't care what anyone says. So if I start something now and I can take from what everyone else has created and learn all the mistakes they have, and then also take the knowledge and diligence that Cardano have done. Like for example, let's not rush to get out there like Ethereum did. Let's take our time and get out there the best, most solid way, so the foundation is as solid as Bitcoin is. Well, that's going to be worth a lot more in the future. So when you see projects like Tezos, you think, well, and Neo, been around a hell of a long time. Hey, I'd say probably the same for Digibyte too. As much as I like it, it's probably taken too long to make a point to the market, and that's all that matters, because people fundamentally are fucking sheep. I'm going to leave it there. I can go on talking about there's too many projects to talk about nowadays, and that's what I don't actually like. I'm not feeling comfortable. I'm really becoming back to a Bitcoin maximalist again. Voyager made a good money at the start of the start of this year's side of the bull market on Voyager. Dumped it a little bit too early. It's at 690 now, I think. Oh, I think I dump it. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to buy back into it again. Yeah, it's going to do really well. It's just that, you know what? There's just too many things. I'm already feeling too exposed, being too into this Celsius. Another one I dump. I did actually buy back into that again. It's doing quite well. Actually, not doing well recently though. But well, not doing too badly. Down 0.49%. What am I talking about? It's not done that badly. Thorchain starting to do well finally. Again, you know, I bought into this quite heavy. I am going to dump it as soon as it goes 3x. It'll go 10x. I don't care. Sometimes you've got to de-risk. You know, it's all very well to say, oh, you could have made this, you could have made that, because hindsight's a wonderful thing. But when you've been the places that I've been, you know, holding shit bags down to the floor, and I never used to sell out my Bitcoin. I used to hold always about 80, somewhere between 60 to 80% of Bitcoin. I would never let it go, and then I got into finally dumping it and then paying for that, you know, big time. You know, when I thought it was the start of the bull market, and the rug got pulled from under us, you know. So, oh, look at that. Digibyte's number 65 now as it continues to slide down the rankings. Not because it's necessarily doing bad, because it's still doing okay, up another 31%. It's the fact that all these truly shit coins are jumping in ahead of it. It's like Q jumpers, isn't it? Look at this pancake swap up at number 50. Fuck's sakes. It's just ridiculous. 101% gain. This is getting ridiculous. Let's see, there's going to be these exchange coins. It's just, that's the thing. Yeah, look out for private. Yeah, these exchange coins are just something else. I cannot see the value in them outside of, hey, I got reduced fees. That doesn't really matter to you unless you're trading decent volumes. Anyway, what's going to happen with exchanges, centralized exchanges, just be warned, I said this to you first, is that centralized exchanges are going to have a race to the bottom about fees. And then when they have that race to the bottom, what will inevitably happen is that the more desperate ones that can't even keep their exchange looking alive anymore without doing complete wash trading and having false trades going on, they'll eventually say, right, how much real Bitcoin do we actually have on here? Not the stuff that's all false trading, the stuff that's real. That's, okay, let's just steal it. We got hacked, right? And then the domino effect will happen, and then people will stop trusting centralized exchanges. And this is why Binance is investing in all these centralized exchanges, because they will plan to, they can see the writing on the wall. Eventually people will be using these platforms that tie in multiple exchanges, so they'll be getting real liquidity, because you can't fake liquidity in a decentralized market, you see. So this is why DeFi is going to take off, because the non-ability to have, what one is the market makers to actually fiddle things, because when you approach market makers, the first thing they tell you is exactly what they do. They basically seed your exchange full of false transactions, and they do it all for you. All right, I'm rambling on a little bit here, but yeah, don't go too heavy into anything. Yearn Finance I just bought back into the other day because it was hell of a low. I think it's going to do very, very well. I think it could probably do a 10x quite easily in the next few months. But will I hold it? Will I? Fuck, I'll dump it. I'll just buy back into Bitcoin again. Try get back into Bitcoin. Buy, I would say, if you're in altcoins, try get 80% back into Bitcoin by June. Even though you can make even bigger gains from June to November, because your risk also increases that everything's going to shit itself. Even Bitcoin will start to go down, and the bull market will actually end earlier. The risk of that happening comes from inevitable stock market crash, which would at first make money go into crypto, but would eventually make money come out of it. Why? People would have to dump their crypto to pay for all their debts, to cover all their massive losses, right? So watch out for that. If it does come, it's likely to come in April or May or June, but it would have a kind of slinky effect on the cryptocurrency market. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I've been speaking for 40 minutes. Oh my God, who's still listening? Nobody.